Yo, what's up guys? The Average Kid here, and I'm bringing you another edition of Map Attack. It's on and closed, and I'm playing with my main man, the Average Joe. I've mentioned him in previous videos, so if you have not checked out his channel, please do. If you don't, I'm just going to continue to bug you until you do. And his channel will be in the description, and it'll be up on the screen right now. What I do on this map first is I rush rockets, and as you can see, I rush rockets and I was uncontested. So there, at that point I have to think, okay, they probably picked up snipe, and as you can see, they did. Cleaned me up pretty well. The kid just sat back and waited to get a shot on me. He knew I had rockets. It was well done on his part. Now this map, at least to me, it seems like more often you spawn behind the enemy team, and that's a big thing that you got to keep in mind on this map, is that how far you're pushed up, because the enemy team can spawn behind you, as I just did there. So keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind now with team doubles is the TU beta settings are in place. So that means 85% bloom, means damage bleed, it means everything that was in the TU beta, the update, it's in team doubles now. It's also in big team battle, and it's also in team arena. So keep that in mind when you're playing those playlists. Just want to give you guys heads up so you don't get caught off guard. And right here is a primary example of damage bleed. I thought my shields are already backed up. Bam! I got done up. Anyway, so just keep that stuff in mind, and I think you'll work out pretty well. As far as power weapons on this map, there are 2 shotguns, rockets bottom mid, noob tube top mid, or pro pipe as I like to call it, and then a snipe on either landing. Lots of power weapons on this map. I don't really see shotgun being used that often, although you want to keep that in mind. Whenever there's a player maybe sitting in an enclosed area, he might be trying to pull you in and get a quick shotgun on you. So keep that in mind. The power weapons that I primarily use on this map are rockets and noob tube, because I just kind of use what I'm decent with. I usually leave snipe for a better teammate. Most of the guys that I play with are much better at sniping than I am, so do what you're good at, and leave the other weapons for your other teammates. Now, how I usually play on this map, like for example, the opponent that we're playing right now, they're kind of like a lackluster opponent. They're not the best kids in the world. So I'm gonna rush these kids because I know that my shot is better than theirs, and I know that I can get away with it. Now, when you're playing an opponent on this map, in team doubles, in team slayer, whichever, and they're better, you'll find that this map comes to somewhat of a stalemate. Now, when it comes to that, that's when the angles, you gotta look at the angles. You gotta try to get an angle on an opponent that they're not used to, something that maybe they haven't seen often, they're not gonna think about. So you gotta keep that in mind. You gotta play smart. That's where playing smart really comes into play. That's kind of odd to say that playing smart comes into play. But that's what you have to keep in mind when you're playing an opponent that's pretty dang good. And as always, team communication and team shotting. Throughout this game, you'll see a couple examples of where we team shot, and just good communication on our parts, and just backing each other up. When you're weak and the opponent's weak, but you don't want to take that risk of popping out and you missing the shot and him getting it, just call it out to your teammate. It's really that simple, guys. The true keys to winning on this map are power weapons. Make sure that you know when you pick them up, time them so you can pick them up again. You have that upper hand on the opposing team. Also, the angles. You gotta look for the angles. Look for that angle that the opposing team might not be expecting. And even just go into like a custom game and just try different angles on things. Just look at stuff like that. You might even come up with something that I've never seen, or a lot of other people haven't seen. So keep that in mind. Right here, kid hits me with snipe, can't clean me up with DMR. Prime example of how to use cover right there. I just used that little bit of cover, got a nice nade off of it, cleaned him up with the DMR. That is textbook how to use cover. Another thing to keep in mind when you're playing on this map and you finally push into their base, once you get them spawning in 2 different spots, you pretty well have the game tied down. Like at that point, you're going to be able to pick up probably at least a 5 or 6 kill lead by just team shotting them, getting them different spawns. So that's really like, once you've done that, you're golden. You're gonna pull a little lead, and you should be good for the rest of the game. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay, and I hope you guys enjoyed my tips. Please let me know in the comment section below if you did. And there'll be more to come, guys, as always. And check out my new outro. Let me know what you think about that too. I hope you guys like it. Right here's a primary example of how to use health packs. Bam. Pick up the next health pack. As you can see, it regens your shield right away. Bada bing, bada boom. Noob tube for the win. So be sure to check out my channel for previous videos. As you can see, right here's my last video, and subscribe for more if you love it. Links to Twitter, Facebook, and my YouTube channel on the bottom. Check you guys later.